I need you to listen up, Buttercup, because Donald Trump is enacting Project 2025, and it is messing me up. That kind of rhymed in the beginning, didn't it? Anyways, let's get back to the video. I am very confused because, from what I remember, and from him getting documented, he said, I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. So here goes the thing. He said, I disagree with some of the things they are saying, and some of the things are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them. So this is very important. Very, very important, because this was a flat out lie. Because literally today, this is a year ago, by the way, mind you, literally today, I have a meeting today with Russ Vought, he of Project 2025 fame, to determine which of the many Democrat agencies, most of which are a political scam, he recommends to be cut. All right, so let's just, in God's name, ooh, and whether or not these cuts will be temporary or permanent. I can't believe the radical left gave me this unprecedented opportunity. They are not stupid people, so maybe this is their way of wanting to quickly and quietly make America great again. I am just agitated because I didn't think this was real. So I went to his actual truth thing. I actually read it on his truth website. I am furious. I am furious. I am deeply, deeply, deeply furious. So if you don't know what Project 2025 is, there's a website for it right here. It's banning abortion access. The U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi is really important about that. Russ Vought is the Office of Management and Budget. He's also important about that. The FDA Commissioner Martin McCreary also is on the thing about 2025. I'm going to explain what it is so you don't have to read all this. I'm just going to explain it because I read all this. And if you were reading it along right here, I'm going to explain the entirety of what it is. It's like abusing warrantless surveillance, exploit the executive branch. I'm going to explain it all to you right now. Project 2025 is a conservative policy blueprint crafted by the Heritage Foundation. This is off memory, by the way. And more than 140 former Trump staffers and allied groups were there building Project 2025. The goal is to radically reshape how the federal government operates, shrinking and eliminating certain agencies, consolidating power in the presidency, expanding executive authority, cutting regulations, and rewriting how government functions. The plan includes over 300 objectives, targeting areas like social programs, environmental regulation, and administrative law, national security, and oversight. So that's what it is. Trump has openly embraced Project 2025. This is insane. This is an insane thing to do. He could have harsh cuts on environmental stuff. He could cut WIC. He could cut so many things. This is wildly insane. I don't know what to. I don't like this because it's a hostile takeover of the American government. The Project 2025 is a detailed, disgusting, terrifying, thorough blueprint. And it's not some conspiracy theory like, oh, man, they may do this. This is maybe a thing. No, it's a real thing. It's a real thing that could possibly destroy so much. And this is really bad. This is really, really bad. It's a carbon copy. If you ever look at Project 2025, it's a carbon copy of Trump's most extreme rally promises. It's literally the exact same thing. He's saying he has nothing to do with it while meeting with the person. We are witnessing him lie. We're seeing him lie in real life. It is. I gotta take a breather because I'm gonna get pissed. Okay, I'm going to read to you everything in Project 2025 because that is the most efficient thing to do. I think that makes most sense. So government structure and power. Let's start right there. It's concentrating authority in the presidency. It's giving the executive branch far more control over agencies, reducing independence of career officials. So no more Congress, stuff of that variety. It's a civil service overhaul. Replace thousands of federal workers with political appointees, essentially turning neutral institutions into partisan ones. Remember how we just laid off 100,000 workers? That's part of Project 2025. That's a whole thing. Eliminate or merge agencies, especially those on oversight, regulation, or climate policy. That's probably what he's going to be doing soon. Slashing regulations. This is the important part. Environmental, consumer, labor protections. All the protections would be drastically weakened. He would boost fossil fuel. He's constantly saying, we got to make oil, gas, coal. We got to stop with this renewable stuff. That's exactly what Trump wants. That's Project 2025. roll back worker protections. He doesn't want unions. He doesn't want the federal labor oversight. That's what he doesn't want. He's gonna reverse climate policies. He's gonna strip climate goals from agencies. He's gonna defund clean energy, empower fossil fuels, more drilling, more pipelines. With the big beautiful bill, that was the first step within the Project 2025 initiative, because that is law now. He wanted to defund Planned Parenthood and similar programs, restrict reproductive rights and access to contraceptive, scale back Medicaid, Medicare, and expansive efforts, reshape public health agencies like the FDA and the CDC to align more closely with political leadership. That's why he has RFK Jr. in there. I'm not telling you some conspiracy theory. This is happening right in front of your face. He wants to eliminate the Department of Education. That was in Project 2025, to eliminate the Department of Education. And that's what happened. He wants to weaken protections for LGBTQ plus individuals, reframe civil rights enforcement around religious liberty, giving more room for discrimination claims under religious grounds. Everything that Trump is doing, from more unilateral executive control over foreign policy, reduce engagement with international organizations like UN, NATO, and climate accords, fire inspector generals, all that stuff. All of it. And it's 1,000 pages that I've just summarized for you. And it's revealing how much Project 2025 leans on demonizing the so-called deep state. The idea is to convince people that career civil servants are secretly political operatives, when in reality they're the ones who keeps the machine from breaking down. Weather forecasts, food recalls, disaster response, all of it was taken down because 100,000 federal workers, the biggest, I don't know if you remember, I'm just going to show you because I feel like people have the memory of slugs, are 100,000 workers are gone. It's gone. The largest mass resignation in history, the largest quit federal, the largest in history. This happened 2 days ago. This was 2 days ago. The largest in history. I don't get it. If every administration purges workers and reshapes agency, the entire idea of stable civic union collapses. Who would want to work in a government when your job depends on the whims of the next president? If he sets this in motion now, the next person could be way worse. The brain drain doesn't just weaken institutions now, it poisons the pipeline for decades. The smartest young scientists, analysts, and policy experts won't join government because they know they'll be disposable. This is how you hollow out a democracy. Here's the big tell. Project 2025 will also talk about restoring power to the people. But what it really does is concentrate power in the presidency, cutting Congress out of the loop, weakening courts by ignoring oversight, restructuring agencies so they can't operate independently. It's not about the people. It's about making sure that one person at the top can act with as few checks as possible. That's autocracy. That is autocracy. What makes this so infuriating, I'm stuttering, is how openly it's happening. It's just open. No backroom plotting. Trump is publicly naming the Project 2025 figures he's bringing in. He's bragging about how the shutdown gives him leverage to kill the agencies he doesn't like. It's authoritarianism in broad daylight, banking on the idea that people are too distracted, too exhausted, or even too cynical to fight. No, we have to. It's, oh my God. And of course, it's being framed as common sense. Who wouldn't want less waste? Who doesn't want efficiency? But when efficiency means laying off tens of thousands of workers, shutting down regulatory protections, and leaving citizens vulnerable, it isn't efficiency at all. It's sabotage. And it's disguised as reform. It's the same trick authoritarian leaders have used for generations. Paint the dismantling of safeguards as good housekeeping while they loot the house. The saddest part, and this sucks, is that people will feel this most in the small, invisible ways. You're going to get a delay on benefits, slow responses to disasters, fewer protections when corporations cut corners. This won't make headlines at all, but they'll make lives harder. And by the time people realize what's happening, the institutions they relied on will already be gone. This is a demolition plan. So when I'm talking about Trump and saying he's going to implement Project 2025, he already has. When the big, beautiful bill passed, that was my ticker of saying, okay, it's happening. It's happening. Project 2025 is here. This is a vandalism of democracy. I'm so confused why everybody thinks this is a good thing. I I don't know. I do not know.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel, use low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.